Hello everyone, and welcome to my Young and Restless official. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Daniel invited Heather to his flat to talk about an urgent problem. Heather was uncomfortable as she entered after Daniel answered the door. Daniel noticed that Lucy was gone for the afternoon. Heather remembered Lucy was taking a watercolor painting class. Daniel described Heather having lately dropped the L-bomb on him, and he inquired about her sentiments for him. Heather admitted that she was falling back in love. Daniel remembered their kiss on New Year's Eve. Heather stated she was delighted the kiss had left an impression since she was curious where a reconnection would lead them. Daniel responded, "Yeah, but Heather, I'm with Lily now." Heather questioned Daniel if they would have a chance if he wasn't with Lily. Daniel responded that they could, but he underlined that Lily was in his life. Heather questioned Daniel if he was in love with Lily. Daniel stated that his and Lily's relationship had yet to reach the point of being in love. Heather asked Daniel if he preferred a future with Lily over making their own family complete again. Daniel said he was unsure. Heather reiterated that she had no intention of hurting Lily, but she would not give up fighting for their family. Heather reminded Daniel of how happy they had been and how they had planned to spend their lives together. Daniel chastised himself for upsetting their intentions. Heather congratulated Daniel for rediscovering the man she had fallen in love with years ago. Heather was pleased to see that Lucy was content, felt safe, and wanted to be with her family. Heather continued, "I want us back." Heather told Daniel that she and Lucy had gone to Portugal to give him room to figure out who he was and what he wanted. Heather told Daniel that she had hoped he'd want to rejoin with her and Lucy. Daniel recalls Heather being connected with someone while living in Portugal. Heather responded, "A safe person. A man I knew would not break my heart." Heather offered that she and Daniel start anew, stating that she was not hesitant to pursue her goals. Heather cried, saying she'd never given up hope that she and Daniel could raise their kid together. Heather told Daniel that he could ask her to go, but she felt he didn't want her to. Daniel kissed Heather's lips. The couple continued to kiss in Daniel's bedroom, where they undressed and made love. Heather nestled close to Daniel and questioned if she was alone in her feelings about what had just happened between them. Daniel responded, "You're not alone." Victoria unwillingly accompanied Nikki to society for coffee. Victoria asked her mother how she was doing and if she was concerned about Seth. Nikki, sounding irritated, stated she was weary of people avoiding her because they were afraid she might drink. Nikki apologized for making her family and friends feel that they needed to watch their behavior and comments. Victoria promised to support her mother and insisted that Nikki overcome her addiction. Nikki inquired about Claire. Victoria said that Victor, not Claire, was her primary worry. Victoria was overjoyed that Claire had permitted her and Cole to visit. Victoria burst into tears as she recounted hugging Claire and holding her daughter for the first time. Victoria brushed away a tear and recognized that Nikki was concerned about Claire's motives. Victoria was sure that her maternal instincts had led her to assume Claire wanted to improve her life. Victoria informed her mother that she and Cole would assist Claire during her rehabilitation. Victoria claimed that, despite Victor accepting Claire, he invited Cole to the ranch and questioned him about his relationship with Victoria. Nikki responded, "Well, you know how the past has a way of creeping up on you." Victoria insisted that she and Cole merely wanted to help their daughter. Nikki told Victoria that her views might change if she and Cole wanted to have the family Claire deserved. Victoria stated it was offensive that her mother thought she would swoon into Cole's arms. Nikki acknowledged that Victor's desire to safeguard his children, as well as Cole's previous injury to Victoria, were fair concerns. Victoria stated that neither she nor Cole were thinking about rekindling their romance. Victoria complained that Victor had no right to draw a line in the sand because she and Claire required Cole's assistance. At Newman Enterprises, Adam provided an update to Victor. Adam claimed he and Nick were working together to finalize a transaction. Adam gave Nick equal credit for his contributions. Victor responded, "Do you know how much I like hearing that?" Adam claimed he did. Victor told Adam that it pleased his heart to know that his sons were cooperating rather than competing. Adam thanked Victor for pressuring him and his brother into working together. Victor boasted about his boys' ability to move mountains together. Adam promised to prove himself to his father and everyone who had doubted him. Adam anticipated that his position would be challenged when Victoria returned. Victor informed Adam that his position at the company was secure until he provided Victor a cause to change his mind. Adam responded that everything in his life was going great, and he was not about to goof up in any way. Victor observed Adam smile as he read a text message. Victor commented, "I know you're still seeing Sally's spectra." Victor stated that he did not believe Sally was suitable for any of his boys. Victor acknowledged that Sally was more pulled to Adam, stating that what the heart desires is an unstoppable force. Adam said that Victor's sentiment was as near to a benediction as he could get from Sally. Victor said he would attempt to trust Sally if Adam did. At Crimson Lights, Nick and Sally ran into one another. Sally broke the ice by discussing Sharon's successful Cassidy first launch, which she described as motivating. Nick agreed. Sally stated that she felt equally inspired knowing Nick and Adam were working together. Nick laughed and asked, "You mean because it didn't end in a cage fight?" Nick noticed Sally and Adam's appearance together at the launch party, implying that they were giving their relationship another chance. Sally confirmed that she and Adam had reconnected. Nick expressed his happiness for Sally, noting that she always followed her heart. Sally apologized to Nick for the grief she had caused. Nick assured Sally that everything was fine. Sally asked Nick if they could become friends. Nick paused briefly before consenting to be pals. Nick and Sally exchanged a warm embrace. Sally thanked Nick before leaving. Sharon strolled out of the rear room, capturing Nick's attention. Nick sighed and said, "What?" Sharon said, "You're hurting more than you're letting on, aren't you?" Nick told Sharon that he truly wanted the best for Sally, even though he knew Adam would eventually hurt her again. Sharon admitted that, while love may be great, it was a risky proposition. Sharon reflected on her past with Nick, noting that she had gained knowledge as her objectives altered. Nick stated that after nearly losing Sharon and Faith and surviving Jordan's attack, he knew how important it was to defend his family and be the best father, son, and brother he could be. Sharon responded, "That will be a Herculean effort when it comes to Adam." Nick, looking upbeat, assured Sharon that he was fine with sharing the top slot with Adam, stating that he had never been more eager about returning to Newman. Nick laughed, saying that the thought of falling in love again sounded tiresome. Sharon agreed, saying she'd rather focus on being a good mother and running her business. Sharon mentioned that it had taken her and Nick a long time to find themselves, but they had finally done so. Nick invited Sharon for lunch. Sally was busy working as she sat at Society's bar counter. Adam greeted Sally with a kiss. Sally was relieved Adam could take a vacation from his hectic schedule at Newman Enterprises. Adam cheerfully declared, "Victor practically gave us his blessing." Sally mocked Victor, noting that he did not approve of her engagement with any of his sons.